Good afternoon everyone. Today we'll be looking at the iPhone SE 3rd generation versus the iPhone 17 2025. So at face value, obviously there are differences in the sizes. I'll show you around the back initially before we get started. Just have a look at the two different colours. So the phone on the left is my old phone, and this one's actually come with a new one. So the main differences on the back being one's glass and one's sort of ceramic metal. Obviously the camera is different as well, but we'll get onto those all in a second. Let's start with the sort of face value. So the display on the iPhone SE was a 4.7-inch Retina HD LCD display versus the 6.3 Super Retina XDR OLED display with 120Hz frequency. The resolution on the iPhone 17 is 1206 by 2622 pixels, offering a 460 ppi, versus the SE's 1334 by 750 pixels with just 326 ppi. The chips, in terms of the processors inside, there's sort of quite a few differences in terms of the performance and how they deliver the performance throughout the phone. So you've got an A15 Bionic chip versus an A19 Bionic chip in the iPhone 17, with double the amount of RAM on the iPhone 17 being 8GB versus the iPhone SE's 4. The storage options you get on the iPhone SE, you get 64, 128 and 256 versus the iPhone 17's 256, 512, and you might get a terabyte depending on the iPhone 17 that you go for. Looking at the cameras on the back, so the SE came with a 12MP single camera versus the iPhone 17's dual 48MP with main and then ultra wide shooting as well, with front cameras as well at the top of the screen, offering 7MP versus 18MP. Battery, a biggie battery improvements as well. So you had a 2018 milliamp battery versus 3692, so quite a big increase there. The actual charging options available at the bottom of the phone, so you've got Lightning with QI wireless versus USB-C with QI wireless, so they've gone on a bit more in terms of how they're changing it. Obviously authentication differences, you don't have the iPhone button at the bottom there, you don't have that Touch ID, but instead you have the Face ID. The normal operating system as well, so iOS 18 usually on SE, and the iOS 26 starts on the iPhone 17. They both support 5G. For me, it took a bit of time to get the 5G system into the phone, just because of the provider. It took a bit of time to do that. Water resistance, so you get IP67 rating, so that's 1 meter for 30 minutes versus the IP68, which is 6 meters for 30 minutes. With the actual build coming into place, you get aluminium plus glass build, whereas the iPhone 17 was a ceramic shield and glass. Obviously dimensional differences, one's probably about 1 inch taller and slightly a bit wider. I'm not going to get into the big detail in terms of that. Colour options available on the SE was Midnight Starlight and Red. I think I've had all those colours. And the iPhone 17 comes with the Mist Blue, Black, White, Sage and Lavender options. So obviously lots of key differences between the two, and hopefully down the line I'll give you a sort of bit more of a verdict between whether it was worth the upgrade or not. But this was just an initial sort of comparison of the specs of the two phones together. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next video.